didn't think that was going to start. Okay, welcome to our next video journal, or Kim's video journal. Today we are a couple of days late actually. Normally we do this on a Saturday, but it's a Tuesday. I think with everything that's going on, we've got caught up with the news and everything. So we're trying to get back to normal here. So today's date is the 24th of March 2020. So we'll do the usual and we'll ask Kim her questions. So Kim, what is your name?
Kim Tolton.
How old are you?
56.
What is your date of birth?
22nd of July.
Who are you talking to?
My husband Steve.
How many children have you?
4.
What are their names?
Leslie, Christopher, Carly and Michael.
Do you have any grandchildren?
I do.
What are their names?
Alfie and Alea, Mia, Sky, Corey.
What's your favourite colour?
Orange.
Out of these three, which is your favourite? Peach, apple or strawberries?
Apple.
What was your job?
I was an advanced nurse practitioner looking after people with bowel cancer.
What other jobs have you had?
I've been a nursery nurse and I have worked in a jeweller's shop and I work for HMRC. Don't think badly of me, please. I've worked in a fish and chip shop. I've worked at the mushroom farm and I worked as a stable hand.
What was the song you danced with your granddad?
Moon River.
Where did you go on a holiday every Easter with your family?
Caister.
What was the name of yours and Sean's pony?
Angus.
What is your favourite hobby?
Horse riding.
What town do we live in?
Battlesbridge.
What day is Christmas Day?
25th of December.
Hold up 3 fingers.
1, 2.
Name a Carpenter song you like to sing.
On Top of the World.
Okay. You have a book in front of you. You've got an introduction. Would you like to read that out?
Okay, small bites, salads, soups, curries, yum, stir fries, grills and marinades, noodles, rice, sweet things and basics.
Okay. That's your 20 questions. Name something good that's happened to you this week, or something bad, or both.
Well, something good is I got a beautiful bouquet of flowers today from my 2 sons after organising for Mother's Day because we were not able to get together on Mother's Day due to the wonderful coronavirus.
And anything bad about the week?
I'm just very saddened by the current situation with the nation's health, and that's made me quite sad.
Okay, and on that we are going into your subject that you want to talk about actually, so I shall leave it to you.
Right, today I was going to talk about today's subject later on, but I decided to talk about exercise today because it's going to be a big part of people's lives, either because they don't want to do it or or they're missing it because they're not able to get to the gyms and swimming pools and riding schools and all the things that we would normally do in our daily lives. So I thought it was rather pertinent to address the issue here. Before I talk about it, there's two things I can't stress strong enough. The first is, if you have not done any form of exercise ever, or for a prolonged period of time, please ask your GP for a telephone consultation so that they can advise you on whether or not it's appropriate for you to take up exercise, because they will have all your information and they'll be able to guide you accordingly. Secondly, and I'm stressing this one really strongly, if you are exercising and you are unwell, and this applies to the normal flu, but it definitely applies to this flu. If you continue to exercise, so your heart is pumping and you're working hard, you can actually cause severe heart problems. And I mean really severe heart problems that can result in long-term health issues or even death. Because the virus can get into the heart, and that's what does the damage. So please, please, please heed that warning. That's kind of where I'm going with that side of the coronavirus, really, and viruses in general, and trying to keep yourself safe from that perspective. Otherwise, exercise is a great thing. If you haven't done it, it seems like the worst thing in the world you can do. But there are so many fun options that you can do that will keep you a little bit more active and will help get us through this period of time in the world as it is at the moment. And you know, exercise doesn't have to be complicated or difficult. I have just 2 pieces of equipment that I use, and that is an exercise bike and a sturdy chair, and that is all I use. I'm a incomplete hemiplegic, so I have no sensation from the waist down on the left hand side and partially no sensation on the right hand side. However, I do have power in my right side, and so I can do passive exercise. I can't jump and run around and do all those things, but what I can do is sit on an exercise bike and pedal. And I can also go onto YouTube, and on YouTube there's some really good seated Zumba classes or classes appropriate for your level of exercise tolerance. And the key thing is you start off slowly, because it will make you a bit achy for the first few weeks, and you must do your stretches before and after you exercise so you don't get achy afterwards. As long as you follow those simple rules, you're generally okay. The benefit of exercise, and this is why I'm bringing this particular subject up at this moment in time. When you exercise, yes, it's hard work. Yes, it makes you hot and sweaty. Yes, it may not be the most appealing thing in the world to do. But do you know what? It floods your bodies with feel-good endorphins. And those endorphins help to give you a much better sensation of well-being. It's incredible, and it is actually quite addictive once you get used to it. And as I say, I use an exercise bike, and the reason I personally use an exercise bike is because anyone in the family can use it, whatever age, unless they're really tiny. But it means that my right leg, that does have power in it, can pedal. My leg that doesn't work sits in a pedal, and it gets exercised at the same time as my right leg. So that's how I actually taught myself to walk again. I was originally told that I would unlikely ever walk again independently. I can only walk very short distances around the house, but I can potter in the house and in the garden. And it, you know, those things give me great joy. They're simple things. And it is easy to sort of just build up slowly. If you are fit enough and you think, I am going to get so bored of binge watching all of those films and trying to keep your kids interested. Kids love to get up and jump around. They can be having a whale of a time whilst you've got your music playing and you're having a bit of a jig in the lounge, or you know, your grandchildren, if they're whatever. And it does build a lifetime habit in the end. One of the things that I do is a seated Zumba class, which isn't frantic like most people would think it would be, but it does get an aerobic workout, and it's great fun. And because there's other people on the video, you feel like you're taking part in a class, so it feels like you're interacting with people. So think about things maybe you've done in the past that you've let slip, and maybe now is the time to start looking at exercise, because it will help to keep your mental health through this period right now, here and now, but it will in the long term as well. So that's it for today, and most of all, please everyone, keep safe.